This will be calm, dispassionate. Actually, no. Thank you all for your questions. Let me just turn back to our panelists for a very short comment on anything they might want to comment on, and then we'll send everyone to coffee.
To answer the gentleman's question, no one is suggesting that we should accept guilt or assume the guilt. That's separate.
Okay. We can discuss over coffee, but go ahead, Amber, and do finish.
I never once said that we should be accepting the guilt, but we can apologize for the actions of our forefathers. I see nothing wrong with that. And to get back to the issue of the diaspora, there is no such thing as the diaspora. Armenians across the world are very different. The one that you can find so many different voices here within the United States itself. AAA is different to ANCA, and there are other groups, and they all speak with different voices. You'd be quite surprised that, I'm on a listserv that's run by the University of Michigan, which brings together Armenians, Turks, and diasporan Armenians, and you'd be amazed to see that on some occasions, the diasporan Armenians are taking sides with the Turks on that listserv. I don't think we can just, refer to a sort of monolithic group of diasporan Armenians who all think and act the same way. That's simply not true. You do have hardliners, and their voices are often heard much more loudly than the silent majority that is really in favor of reconciliation.
Tunja?
Well, let me start with Nabucco and South Stream question. With the Azeri-Turkish deal now, I think it paves the way for the, addresses part of the source problem that Nabucco had. I think it will go ahead. Last year we signed the intergovernmental agreement about the Nabucco, which is a milestone event. Then parties and participants will go for the finance options, and this year will be decisive from the EU's end. They will come up with a certain demand level. And I think the first phase will start next year, building. And actually this deal will serve really well for the realization of Nabucco project. And we should be prepared. And U.S. government also supports, administration also support that, in the future there might be additional sources coming from Iraq, from Turkmenistan, and from Russia as well, as not being the majority shareholder. As a third-party access, Russia can be a contributor to the Nabucco project as well. I don't see how South Stream, which a big price tag on it, 25 billion euros, I don't see how it will be realized. And Turkey actually gave a permission for a feasibility study on its own exclusive economic zones in Black Sea waters. But this was when Yushchenko was the president of Ukraine, so that the Russians couldn't go to the Ukrainian exclusive economic zone and ask for it. I think it's beneficial and cost-effective for Russia to use Ukraine as a main transit country, no matter what. I don't see South Stream will ever be built. This is my personal view. But you may see changes, like, not South Stream, but can be named like Blue Stream 2 or connections to Turkey and addressing different consumers in Europe. I want to say about this whole issue, Turks killed Bulgarians. My family is from Bulgaria, and they migrated right after the Second World War, and I have a grandmother who was killed in a camp by Bulgarian persecution. So when you talk about these events of 1915, Turks have a different memory, and our foreign minister talks about just memory. 1915 is not only the events of 1915, it's also Dardanelles for Turks, where 250,000 killed and others killed. It's not the same thing. No, but Turkey is the successor state for Ottomans. I don't want to say my children to be named as the genocide perpetrators. I don't want them to live in such a world. I can't accept it, my personal view.
Okay. Well, thank you. No, we'll continue it in the coffee break. We appreciate, or perhaps not. Amber and Jai, thank you very much. Our thanks to Beth Jones, who had to leave earlier, and please join me in thanking them all.